is Janor Lene with Be More News, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. I'm here now with Sheila Dixon. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I just want to ask you a few questions about yesterday's election. What are your feelings on the outcome of the election?
Well, looking at Maryland, I'm pleased that we only lost one seat to Republican in the first district, and that people did come out and vote and they saw the importance of it. Nationally, we're going to have a real challenge and struggle. And the sad thing about it is, the Republican Party, the Tea Party is saying that they are the voices of the people. And I hear what people are saying, because yes, when you lose a job, it doesn't matter what else happens around you. I'm dealing with people every day who are unemployed, who are professional people, who are on the verge of losing their homes, who've lost their medical benefits, just a whole host of issues that can impact you emotionally, physically, and mentally. But the question is, how do we get on the same page? And what are we going to do? What is the Republican, the Tea Party, and the Democrats going to do in reference to creating job opportunities? Not in government necessarily, but what's the real plan? And so it's a matter of really putting aside what our personal feelings are or agendas are to really deal with the nitty-gritty issues, of unemployment, education, the infrastructures in old urban cities, which I've been saying for the last 5 years, which the president had listened to me with the stimulus money and make it a 10-year stimulus package with infrastructure and roads and bridges and transportation. Believe me, you would create jobs probably that would last out 10, 20, 30 years. So he's got a huge challenge ahead of him.
Right. Now, do you think that what type of effect do you think this will have on the upcoming presidential election?
Well, probably in most cases, there's going to be a real push to not have Obama serve another term. And that will really be a disservice to the American citizens, because we didn't get here because of what Obama did. And that's the difference in why people need to understand federal government, state government, and local governments. Now, mind you, the Congress, the Senate, the President of the United States for the last 8 years have had an impact on what's happened and why we're in the situation that we're in. The foreclosures, what we did with allowing banks to create these sub-mortgage companies and put people out of their homes, and then we bail them out with the stock. I mean, all of that plays a role, but the question is, why not do something? Create policies and laws that are going to make these institutions accountable. Right now, businesses have a hard time in getting loans from banks. So why do we bail the banks out? So until we can mesh things together where everyone benefits. I mean, I see other countries coming out of this recession in a more powerful position than the U.S.
Right. Do you think that O'Malley will move Maryland forward now? Do you think that
he has 4 years? His personality, I've worked with him for years, is not the kind of style where he's going to just sit back. But it's also going to be a matter of the legislative body and the citizens of Maryland to keep the fire under his feet and under his administration's feet to keep things moving. So whoever the next governor is going to be, the agenda, the plan is already set and it has a foundation that's just going to help us to grow. So he can't sit back and take a breather and rest. He's got to have creative, aggressive plan to help Maryland move forward.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
meeting
you.
with me. This is Janor Lene with Be More News, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.